urikuite chimbosvika kudhienzwi 2 minutes. Hello everyone, I'm Mel. Welcome back to the channel. To the new and returning subscribers, it is lovely to see you again. And thank you so much for your amazing support. To those who are still lurking in the shadows, come on guys, do the right thing. Click the subscribe button below and join the happy family. In today's video, we are going to be talking about situationships, the no man's land of all relationships. We are going to define what a situationship is. What are some of the common scenarios that bring about a situationship? And we are also going to look at some of the key signs that you may be in a situationship. So if you've ever found yourself in the gray with someone and you're not sure where you stand, this may be the video for you. So why don't you sit back, relax, and enjoy. Before I define what a situationship is, I just want to mention that situationships are neither good nor bad. It simply depends on your perspective, where you are in life or emotionally, as well as on your individual needs. With that said, a situationship is a romantic relationship that is undefined and uncommitted. There are no labels attached to the people involved in a situationship. And this type of relationship lies somewhere between a friendship and not quite a relationship. This is why it's so often referred to as the gray area of relationships. It's important to mention that a situationship is not synonymous with a friends with benefits situation. These are not the same thing. In a friends with benefits situation, the people involved are normally on the same page. It's all about action satisfaction. You get yours, I get mine. It is what it is. And seldom are feelings involved in such a setup, and both parties are aware of that. In this instance, the communication is normally limited to the planning of the appointments. There is no, how was your day? How are you doing? None of that. The conversation is normally characterized, Nana, urikuite, chimbosvika kudhienzwi 2 minutes. Urikweri, abo bolato, kind of thing. That is all there is to that. With situationships, the boundaries are a bit blurred. You can actually text throughout the day, have your little small talk, whatever. Communication is just not limited to the witching hours, if you know what I mean. A situationship differs in that apart from some form of physical intimacy between the people involved, feelings can actually be part of the equation. Oftentimes, a situationship starts when one or both of the parties involved aren't sure if they really want anything serious. So they use the situationship as a mechanism to sort of like coast without feeling the pressure to make a decision. Ndipo panozonzwa statements like, let's go with the flow, which by the way is a phrase I've always thought goes with dead fish, but what do I know? Sometimes situationships come about due to a lack of better options. Maybe ungosangano netype yakadakwa and this person is the best pick out of a bad bunch. So you find that sometimes people will hold on to that person due to the scarcity mentality, or they can hold on to them as a placeholder up until they get the person that they really, really want. For some people, situationships are for fun and a way to reap some of the benefits that you find in a relationship, like sex, attention, sometimes financial perks. And this is all in a way where they do not have to offer any commitment or make any emotional investments. So you need to be aware of that. 1. The conversations are shallow and often sexual in nature. You may find yourself dealing with someone for months, even years, and you do not know anything about them beyond the surface. It's just small and dirty talk. 2. There are no plans. In situationships, plans are short-term or last minute. People tend to operate on a daily or hourly basis. An impromptu invitation to hang out is normally because one or both of the people have got nothing else to do. 3, there is no emotional connection. In situationships, one or both of the people do not want to open up about deeper stuff. They may tell you about their kinky sexual fantasies, but they will not open up about their childhood traumas or things that really matter. And also of note is that in situationships, don't expect emotional support from the other person. Not gonna happen. 4, you're confused. In situationships, there is no progress and no clear direction in the relationship. And this can be particularly frustrating and confusing if you have feelings for the other person. On one hand, they're not giving you the green light, but on the other hand, they're not saying no. So you'll find that their ambiguity and ambivalence will generate a lot of anxiety within you, especially if you're the one who's caught feelings. 5, they always have some vague excuse. In a normal and healthy relationship, partners tend to make time for each other. Whereas in a situationship, one or both of the people prioritize whatever life events that they have going on. So that means that when they break plans, they're going to give you some vague excuse like work is really difficult, it's really hard, I had back-to-back meetings, I'm traveling, this, that, which is all a crock of. 6, there is no future talk. There is no conversation about what is next because there is a high chance that you will not be part of each other's lives in the long term. So why talk about the future? 7, you've never met their friends or family. The relationship never evolves past the two of you hanging out sporadically together. And this is normally at home. And no effort is made to include you in plans that may involve their friends or family. You're stashed, you're in a pocket. 8, there's no consistency. In a situationship, you cannot count on seeing or talking to the other person regularly. There is no sort of like contract or understanding between the two of you that you owe each other that sort of involvement. 9, they may be seeing other people. In a situationship, there's no guarantee that you're exclusive. Both or one of the people may be keeping a roster and they're seeing other people. And it is what it is. 10, you're bored or you're getting bored. You'll find that as people, we are wired to seek structure and clarity in our relationships. But then in a place where everything is vague and undefined, boredom tends to creep in. Even the Netflix and chill gets boring, especially if it's all that you do day in, day out, day in, day out. We require new experiences and progress to stay stimulated and involved in a relationship. Not to be the bearer of bad news, but if your current relationship has got quite a number of those signs, and as I was talking, you're like, shoot, this is me, this is us, then, you may be in a situationship. Maybe it's time for you to reevaluate what is going on with you. So I'm going to stop the video here for today so that it's not too long. But if you enjoyed the video and the information was helpful to you, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell below so that every time I post, you're the first to know. And when I post the part 2, you will definitely get to know that. Because this is just half the story. You need the whole 360 view. Until we meet next time on the internet, Musare Mnyasha.